Hello children, myself Mrs. Tanuja Dhiren Yadnik. Today we are going to study the 6th lesson of Geography Standard 7th, that is Natural Regions. Before I start with this new lesson, let's have recap on what we have learnt on the 5th lesson, that is winds. In wind lesson, we have taken information about the wind. What is meant by wind? Different types of wind we have studied, that is planetary winds, local winds, and different land breezes, mountain breeze. We have taken the information about this in detail. Afterwards, we had also studied seasonal winds, monsoon winds, cyclones, anticyclones in detail. We are going to study the lesson natural region in two videos. In the first part of the video, we are going to take information about the differences in landforms, climate and soil. Afterwards, we are going to study the meaning of natural region. Afterwards, natural regions from the poles to the equator. First, we are going to study that is tundra region, then taiga region, then grasslands, steppes and prairies region, then hot desert region, then grassland region, and the last equatorial region. All this information we are going to study in the first part of the video. In the second video, we are going to study natural region standing out due to local conditions. In that, we are going to study monsoon region, Mediterranean region, West European region. Natural regions standing out due to the specific continental locations, natural regions and diversity in human occupation. In that, we are going to study monsoon region, equatorial region, taiga region, tundra region, grassland region. Then we are going to take information about natural resources and why we call the earth is one single family, that we are going to study in detail. Let's start with the first video. First, we are going to study differences in landforms, climate and soil. Let's start, children. There are differences in terms of landforms, climate, soil, etc. in different parts of the world. These differences are mainly due to the availability of sunlight and water in that region. The availability of sunlight and water keeps changing from the equator to the poles. Differences in landforms, climate, and soil greatly influence the flora, fauna, and human life and give rise to the variations in the biodiversity in different parts of the world. Let's study about natural region. There are similarities of climate, vegetation, and animal life in different continents and spread between certain latitudes. These similarities stand out as the distinctive feature of these regions. As these regions stand out on the basis of natural factors, they are called as natural regions. The natural environment of such regions affects the living world, including human beings. After every 12 hours and 25 minutes, a cycle of high tide and low tide gets completed. So, this is called as natural regions. Now, children, we are going to study about the different natural regions from the poles to the equator. In that, first we are going to start with the tundra region. This region is located between 65 degree north and 90 degree north parallels. Very cold climate is found in this region. Short-lived vegetal life is seen in this region. Animals in this region have soft and thick fur. Population distribution is found to be extremely sparse in this region. This is all about tundra region. Let's take information about taiga region. This region is located between 55° north and 65° north parallel. This region receives rainfall in summer and snowfall in winter. Coniferous forests are mainly found in this region. Very cold climate is found in this region. Short-lived vegetal life is seen in this region. Animals in this region have soft and thick fur. Population is found to be less in this region. So this is all about taiga region. Let's start with grassland region. It is also called as steppes and prairies region. This region is located between 30° and 55° north and south parallels in the interior parts of the continents. This region receives rainfall mostly during summer. Extensive grass reaches are seen in this region. Herbivores are mostly seen in this region. Rearing animals is the main occupation of the people living in this region. This region also known for its large scale production of wheat. So large scale production of wheat is the main characteristic of grassland, which is also known as a steppes and prairies region. This is all about grassland region. Let's have information about hot desert region. This region is located between 20° and 30 north and south parallels. Tremendous heat during day, very cold nights and very low rainfall are the main climatic features of this region. Thorny bushes with hardly any leaves are mainly found in this region because scarcity of water observed over there. Camels are mainly seen in this region. People from this region fulfill their needs mainly through animals. As I told you that agriculture can't be done in the hot desert region due to the scarcity of water. This is all about hot desert region. Let's take information about grassland region, which is also known as a Sudan region. This region is located between 5° and 20° north and south parallels. In this region, the summer is hot and humid and the winter is warm and dry. Tall and thick grass is mainly found in this region. Large number of herbivorous and carnivorous animals are seen in this region. Means herbivorous animal means the animals which live on leaves and the branches of the tree, and carnivorous animals are the animals which live or which eat the herbivorous animals as their food, can be seen in this region. Hunting and rearing are the main occupation of the people living in this region. So this is the information about grassland, which is also known as a Sudan region. Let's have information about the equatorial region. This region is located between 5° north and 5° south parallels of the equator. Hot and humid climate in this region leads to many diseases. Dense evergreen forests are mainly seen in this region. A great variety in animals is seen in this region. Human settlements are few in this region. There is a competition between the trees. Tall forest, deep forest can be seen in this region. So dense evergreen forest is the main characteristic of equatorial region. Humid climate is there, so there is always we can see the many diseases. So human population is very less in this region, which is called as a equatorial region. So student, as I told you that I am going to divide this lesson into two videos. So first video, here we end the first video. What we have learned? We have basically taken information in the climate. What is the differences in the landforms, climate and the soil? Then we had taken information about the natural regions from the poles to the equator. We have studied tundra region, taiga region, grassland region, hot desert region, grassland or region and equatorial region. In second video, we are going to study the natural regions standing out due to the local conditions. In that, we are going to study monsoon region, Mediterranean region and West European region. Here we end this video. Before I end, I am going to give you a very small assignment based on the first video of this lesson, which you are going to write in your classwork notebook. Till that time, bye-bye. Take care. Stay home. Stay happy. Take care of yourself and your family.